Comfortable seats. Keep your palms together, right upon left. Body should be upright, head should be straight forward. Take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Be relaxed. Again, take a deep and long breath and let it go slowly. Be relaxed. Cut off the whole world. Determine this is not the time to pay attention, past experiences or future plans. Still, if you have any objects in your mind, likewise, pictures, sound, taste, feeling, sensation, accumulations, all these objects are disappearing. The mind become calm, serene, and peaceful. Let us use this wonderful opportunity to generate metta, loving kindness thoughts. First of all, focus on yourself to develop metta. Scan in your whole body through your mind, head to toes. Generate metta thoughts to yourself. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. You feel wellness, happiness, sorrowlessness, and painlessness. Painful attention, develop in your mindfulness, generate more and more metta thoughts towards yourself. Let us share this metta with others. As I am, my family members, friends, relatives, and neighbors be well, happy, and peaceful. If we have unfriendly thoughts of them, use this opportunity to develop your compassion and equanimity along with metta. Let us extend all living beings in this country. May they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on this continent, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. All living beings on earth, may they be well, happy, and peaceful.
Good morning, Bhante. Good morning, Brian.
All living beings in this galaxy, may they be well, happy, and peaceful. Finally, break all the boundaries and limits. Just practice metta to the universe. Humans, non humans, living near or far, born or coming to birth. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Just practice metta to the universe. Being in this metta development, continue in mindfulness. Let us practice mindfulness of breathing meditation. Pay full attention to your inhalation and exhalation. Mindfully breathe in, breathe out. Keep your mind end of your nostril and watch your natural breath, inhalation and exhalation. Pay full attention. Breathe in, breathe out. Developing your mindfulness, be aware whether it is a short breath or long breath. When you are breathing in a short breath, understand as a short breath. When you are breathing in a long breath, understand as a long breath as well as exhaling. Painful attention, developing your mindfulness. Be aware of nature of your breath. You can understand how important your breath is. The life is dependent on the breath. Whenever you stop the breathe in and out, that would be the last moment of this existence. The breath is very important for this existence. Even though breath is not me, the breath is not mine, the breath is not myself. Painful attention, developing your mindfulness. Try to see the reality of your breath. Conventionally, we can see, we can talk about the breath, but absolutely there is nothing such a thing that we can talk. It is a process. In this process, you can see origin of breath and changing and departing of breath, rising and falling. That's it. Because of all these activities are connecting, you can see something, you can consider something as a breath, but absolutely there is nothing, something that we can take as a breath. It is a process. When you start to breathe in, at that moment it has been changing. This is the reality of your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Painful attention, developing your mindfulness. Try to see impermanence of your breath. Pay full attention. And same time, watch your mind, what kind of thoughts are arising in your mind. Be aware of your thoughts and try to maintain your meditation object. Painful attention, developing mindfulness. You are aware of your whole breath process, starting point, changing and departing, starting, changing and departing. Finally, you can come to conclusion of impermanent. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let us practice mindfulness of breathing meditation. Whenever you notice the mind has lost its meditation object, come back and start again. Dukkhapattacha nidukkha Bhayapattacha nibbaya Sokapattacha nisoka Hontu sabbe pipanino. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Then we can start our Dhamma sermons. We are in Dhammapada Arahanta Vagga, stanza number 95. Patavisamo navirujjati indakilopama thadi subhato. Rahado apeta khaddamo sansara na bhavanti tadino. As you know, in Arahanta Vagga, all these stanzas are explaining the nature of the Arahant beings. Particularly in this stanza, delivered by the Buddha to explain about Venerable Sariputta's qualities. How much honest and humble Venerable Sariputta is. Through this stanza, we can recognize Venerable Sariputta's qualities as well as other Arahant beings. Patavisamo no virujjati indakilopamo thadi subhato rahadovapeta khaddamo sansara na bhavanti tadino. There are few words that particularly we should focus on here. Patavisamo no virujjati indakilopama rahadovapeta khaddamo sansara na bhavanti tadino. In here, patavisamo, indakilopama, these two words are very important. Simile is in here in the Kilupama. Let us see the summary of this stanza. Like the earth, the Arahant is patient and when provoked does not respond in anger. He is comparable to an Indakila. He is a serene and pure like a lake free from mud. For much balanced one, there will be no more rebirth. In here, even though it's used the word lake, but the real Pali stanza, it does not mean lake. In here, Rahadova apeta kaddamo, this is the word that the Buddha used. Rahado means in here ocean, the ocean. Patavisamo na virijjati, the earth where we are living, we put so many garbage on this earth. Naturally, earth does not reject any of this. Earth ready to accept everything. In here, earth we consider as something living beings. But as we know, earth does not have a consciousness. But we have to take in here earth as a something that that it has a consciousness. That's why the Buddha used in here patavi samo na virujjati. Arahant means patavi is a simile to explain Arahant beings patient, tolerant, uh, their calmness, they are accepting everything, particularly in uh, eight worldly condition, they are living unshakably. No one can shake Arahant being giving something or losing their something, or blaming or appreciating. No one can say, no one can change Arahant beings because they develop equanimity into top of level. Their qualities are not subject to change because they are living with eternal truth. Whoever living with that eternal truth, their mind is established with that eternal truth. So they can see everything as it is. So there is no reason to get any angry thoughts, unwholesome thoughts, unhappy thoughts, because they are living with the reality. Patavi sabona virujyati. So whatever the things we throw in onto earth, earth is not rejecting anything, everything accepting, good things, bad things, everything. Likewise, arahant beings are accepting every and each words and actions, reactions that they have when they are living in this mundane world with other mundane beings. Arahant beings are not get upset. They are not developing their unwholesome thoughts because of any reason, particularly with eight worldly conditions. So, likewise, there is a simile the Buddha used in the kilo pamo tadi subhato. Those days, those days means 2600 years ago in India, traditionally, where the palace established, the king's palace was, where was, that is the place they consider as a city. The city has uh, uh, surrounding the city, it has security guards and also security fence around the city, because uh, there were tight security system. At their main gate there was a particular things which we call in the keeler. I can explain, there is no English word for that in the keeler, but I can explain in this way. It is a lock. Just think about 10 feet height log. That 10 feet height log put into earth 5 feet. Then you can see out of the earth another 5 feet. That log is very strong. That log is very well established. No one can shake it. So that log is not subject to shake for wind. Wind, how much speed winds they have, windy, that log is never shaking. Even it does not feel the wind, that much is strong. Likewise, arahant are like that with the worldly conditions, eight worldly conditions. Whether they gain or lost, whether they fame or uh, whether they praise or in praise, it does not matter. They don't care about the worldly things because they are living with the reality. They can see everything as it is. So their mind does not have any reason to get anger, desire, or hatred, any other defilements, like in the Kila. Rahado api takadamo. There is another simile. As we know, you never see the ocean with muddy water. The ocean does not have muddy water. But as we know, from all the directions, what kind of rivers are connecting with that ocean? And the water coming from earth, all these water coming with muddy water. But when it's connect with the ocean, that muddy is not there anymore. That muddy will disappear. Always ocean, you can see ocean with clean water, pure clean water. I mean, look like very clean. Same like arahant beings are not get upset, not develop their anger. They don't have anger. There is no reason to get anger because of any others words, any other whatever we are putting as mundane to them. There is no any way to shake them. There is no any way to uh, change their mind. These are the two similes that Buddha used in this particular stanza. Sansara na bhavanti tadino, not that only, those kind of arahant beings does not have a rebirth because they completely eliminated all the defilements from their mind. These are the important words that we should keep in our mind to recognize the nature of arahant beings. Particularly in here, these stills are delivered by Buddha because of Venerable Sariputta. As you know, Venerable Sariputta he is one of chief disciple. Not only that, Venerable Sariputta is the only Arahant monk who is second to the Buddha. His Dhamma knowledge, his qualities, his Arahantships, very, comparing with other Arahant beings, he is very special. He is only second to the Buddha. Sometimes, perhaps, when Buddha was giving some Dhamma talks, when Buddha got fed up, tired, then the Buddha was allowing to continue that Dhamma sermon to Venerable Sariputta. This is the nature of Venerable Sariputta. So, these stills are delivered by Buddha because of Venerable Sariputta. What happened there? It was the end of Vasana rainy season, and Venerable Sariputta and Sariputta was about to set out on a journey with 500 monks. A young bhikkhu who bore some grudge against Sariputta approached the Buddha and complained that Sariputta had abused him and beaten him. Now, Venerable Sariputta was getting ready with among another 500 monks to have a journey to go somewhere for delivering Dhamma. He invited two selected monks to join with them, but there was a monk who is not attained enlightenment. He was a mundane monk. Venerable Sariputta was able to namely address other monks, but he did not address this name. He did not call this name to join with. That monk got upset. He was very angry with Venerable Sariputta. And then what he said? He went to the Buddha and complained with the garage mind. Oh, he beat me. He abused me. Who? Venerable Sariputta. This young monk was complaining to the Buddha, Venerable Sariputta abused me, beat me. I mean, Buddha directly knew the situation, but he was given opportunity to Venerable Sariputta to explain about the young monks to for young monks to about the humbleness and honest. Somehow the Buddha therefore sent for Sariputta and gave him the opportunity to explain himself without asserting him, his innocence, he replaced as followers. Then Venerable Sariputta started to explain, not for the Buddha, for other monks, the nature of Arhat being and particularly Venerable Sariputta's humbleness and honesty in this way. Venerable Sir, how could a bhikkhu who steadfastly keep his mind on the body set out on a journey without apologizing after doing wrong to fellow bhikkhus? I am like the earth which feels no pleasure when flowers are cast on it, no resentment. When rubbish are excreta are pilled upon it, I am also like the doormat, the beggar, the bull with broken horns. I also feel abhorrence for the impurity of the body, and I am no longer attached to it. This is the way how I explain Venerable Sariputta. After his explanation, that young fellow, young monk, was very upset, and then he went to Venerable Sariputta and he was begging pardon from Venerable Sariputta, also from the Buddha. After that, and although the present praised Sariputta and the Buddha said, Bhikkhus, an arahant like Sariputta has no anger, no ill will in him. Now, Buddha was giving another explanation. Like the earth and the doorpost, he is patient, tolerant, and firm. He is serene and pure. The Buddha was explaining about the Venerable Sariputta's nature. So, we, as we know, as a mundane person, we have trouble all the time. We get upset very quickly because of some other's word. We got anger because of some other's word. I remember one day when we having Dhamma discussions, someone was asking me a question. Venerable Sir, in outside, so many things are happening outside, violating humanity, working against uh, other rights, and killing, stealing, all these are happening outside. In this kind of situation, how I am practicing equanimity, how I can develop my equanimity? That person was asking this question from me. Dear friends, all these things are happening in your mind, not outside. That's why you are upset. Because you are dealing with anger, desire, and all other defilements with very particularly with ignorance. So word can be a reason to get upset. A word, just a word. But who can catch that word? Can you hear that word again? No, because that word has gone away, that time has gone away. Not only that, you have been changed. So, what is the point to develop our anger, thinking again and again those things? Because our ignorance is the reason. Because of our ignorance, we ready to think about that, reflect that things in our mind, and we are developing unwholesome thoughts, particularly anger. So Anger is not something coming from outside. It is problem with inside. If you are not develop your mind, if you are living with anger, if you are living with desire and particularly ignorance, as a result of that ignorance and all these defilements, you are living with anger. Anger is not coming from outside. So Arahant means know, they knows this nature. Knowing this nature, they are living with that reality. So there is no reason to get upset, create unhappy thoughts in their mind. We are learning Buddhism, we are practicing Buddhism, come to this level. We are searching peace. Search in peace, we are practicing Buddhism. We like to be happy, that's why we are applying the Buddha's teachings to be happy. So we are learning the qualities of Arhat beings because these are the role models for our life. So, learning these qualities, let us develop our interest to practice Dhamma to get rid of all these suffering from our mind, facing to realizing the reality. This is the things that we should develop ourselves. This is the way how we can develop our energy to practice Dhamma. So this is the main purpose of these stanza to use as topics for the Dhamma sermons. Okay, then keep in this mind, let us practice this Dhamma to achieve that eternal peace, eternal happiness. Uh, that would be enough for today. Let us use this opportunity to share merits with others. First of all, think about our departed relatives, friends, family members, and pets who departed name of us. By the power of all these merits and metta, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May they be able to attain ultimate bliss of Nibbana, having that aspiration say, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Whoever is affected by COVID 19 and any other sicknesses, by the power of all these merits and metta thoughts, may they all be well, happy, and peaceful. May they be able to get rid of their pain and suffering, having that aspiration, make blessings upon them, saying, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. All your wishes come true by the power of this metta and meritorious deeds. May we all be able to attain ultimate bliss of Nibbana, having that aspiration. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the higher realms of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Good night to West. Have a wonderful
Thank you,
day.
Bhante.
Thank you.
Good night.